Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all, let's talk Adrien Broner versus Jovanie Santiago. All right, y'all, Adrien Broner, he made his comeback this past Saturday after a near 2-year layoff against Jovanie Santiago. This was an opponent everybody felt like Adrien Broner was going to go in there, just let his hands go, make it happen, get him out of there, move himself into a big potential welterweight or junior welterweight fight, right? Well, Adrien Broner was able to win this fight, but did he win it convincingly? Did he deserve it to win this fight? To me, in my opinion, I felt like Jovanie Santiago won this fight. I'm gonna just be honest. I feel like hard work will trump talent. Jovanie Santiago, he went in there, showcased hard work. He didn't really do anything impressive. Like, skill level, Adrien Broner's above him. He's definitely above him. Talent-wise, he's above him. But hard work will trump talent and skill if the talent just chooses to sit back. And I feel like in this fight, Adrien Broner, he just sat back too many of the early rounds. The first half of the fight, he didn't come on strong until the second half and started letting his hands go a little bit more, which I feel like it was a little too late. I feel like Jovanie Santiago, he was much more active. He executed a better game plan. Again, he really wasn't landing too many clean shots in this fight, but he was getting work done. He was getting enough in to convincingly win this fight to me. I mean, if we look back at the first half of this fight, Adrien Broner didn't even land a single punch the first round. At least Jovanie was getting the feel out. He landed like maybe 2 or 3 shots just to open the round. But going into round 2, 3, and 4, you could really see that Jovanie Santiago was trying to be active. He started working a good right hand to the body, going upstairs, splitting the guard a little bit with the jab. He started timing Broner and shooting a straight jab down the middle. Broner, he was just posing too much. He was doing too many little poses and defensive techniques without really countering or setting traps. Jabbing too short, wasn't fully extending the jab, wasn't doubling the jab, in which I felt like in this fight he had to let his hands go to beat a workman like Jovanie Santiago. But he chose to just kind of sit back in the first half, look flashy but not flashy, just kind of sit back and, just pose, where I feel like Jovanie Santiago, he pressed the action in 4, 5, and 6, going to the body, landed some nice body shots. Like I said, straight right hands to the body, hooks, pressing Broner to the ropes. Second half, I'd say maybe around 7, Jovanie Santiago, he bagged another round, which gave him 7-0. But then Broner started to come on stronger at 8, 9, and 10, and 11. I will say Broner started letting his hands go a little bit more. He started setting that check left hook up and almost scored a knockdown around 9. He set a good trap when Jovanie Santiago stepped into a left hook, damn near dropped him. And that's what I'm talking about. When Broner lets his hands go, he can set up some nice counters. He has power and he has strength, which I'll probably talk about in another video because, Broner does have a lot of positives to him. That's why I just feel like sometimes he's a wasted talent because there's so many things that I can point out that's good about Broner. If he would just execute these good things about him and these attributes, he would really be successful. I mean, he could be a versatile fighter, in my opinion, which I'll talk about in another video. But yeah, 8, 9, and 10, I feel like Broner started to let his hands go. He started to box more. He started to turn the tables around. He started to walk Jovanie Santiago down a little bit and, earn these rounds. Going into round 11, the championship rounds, I feel like Adrien Broner did enough to win that round. Doing a lot of clinching and a lot of fighting on the inside, good body shots. But round 12, I feel like Santiago, he turned the workman back up. And he started banging. He started letting his hands go, working the body again, pressing and clinching, really making it a rough and ugly fight. And I feel like he won that last of the championship rounds. He won round 12. So if you really look at it, it's about 8 rounds to 4 for Santiago. Again, it wasn't really like pretty impressive work, but it was enough to pull out the decision. I gave him 1 through 7. And of course, he had a point deducted too, so that might have made one round a draw. So I probably gave him 6 plus round 12, which would have made 7 rounds. So yeah, 7-4 with that one neutral round. So yeah, man, Santiago, to me, he did enough to win the fight. I can't lie and say Adrien Broner did enough to win this fight. If you keep putting false information in the guy's head like that, then they're gonna continue to do what they think they're doing. They're gonna continue to do what they're doing and feel like it's right, if that makes sense. They're going to say, okay, well, if I won that fight, I can just keep going through the motions and doing exactly what I did in this fight, and I'm good. So you can't lie to Broner like that. I'm not going to lie to him. He got mad at Steve Farhood for saying he lost. I think he lost this fight. I'm not one to bash Broner on my channel. Like I said, I point out the good in him. I know he does a lot of things wrong, but he does have a lot of good as far as his skill set. But he needs to execute this stuff. He needs to execute this stuff. He can't just think a lot of people are going to be yes men and say, oh, yeah, you won this fight. He didn't win this fight. You know, that's why I get a little mad, disappointed now when I think about it, because too many people are saying Adrien Broner won this fight when he didn't turn it up until round 8. You know, you didn't do anything in the first half of the fight. It wasn't until round 8 you started showing glimpses of your old self. You started letting your hands go, started landing nice power shots. 8, 9, 10, and 11 is all I could give you. But when you got into round 12, you let Santiago turn it back up again. So what's the problem? You know, why can't you let your hands go? You got better boxing skill. You got more power. Just work it. That's all you got to do. Just execute it. Execute. If you want to show up and do all this talk, let the hands match the talk. Actually, let the hands speak louder than the words. Let the hands speak louder than your vocals. That's all I want to see. Because I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh, you know, Santiago didn't deserve this fight. You know, I mean, he didn't look the best, but he did enough to get a win against Broner, a guy who didn't really execute a good game plan. But from moving forward from here, Adrien Broner, I mean, 31 years old, he's going to have to do something. He's going to have to show me something at this point. You know, we know he had the talent, you know, but he's really going to have to go in there and work, because every time we go in these fights, we say this is the fight where he's going to let his hands go. He's going to work. He's going to work. And once again, he's posing. Once again, he's just flicking a little jab out, not committing to what he knows he can do. He needs to really start doing what he can do. I know I'm turning into a little rant right here, but, you know, this is my post-fight analysis, my post-fight thoughts, and I feel like Jovanie Santiago did enough to win this fight. And if Broner can't beat a guy like this, then, yeah, he might have to hang it up, because the competition is only going to get tougher from here. I mean, if he wants to set himself up with a Regis Prograis fight, this wasn't the fight to make us say he'll beat Prograis. You know, Regis Prograis, last time out, you know, again, his big fight against Josh Taylor, he came up short, but he still has more than enough to beat Adrien Broner. You know why? Why? Because he lets his hands go. He lets his hands go, and he commits to his punching. He commits, and he's confident. So, yeah, man, let me know in the comment section, guys, what y'all think. You know, shout out to Adrien Broner. You know, I was a fan of his early career, but, you know, some of these fights in the middle where he's just kind of posing and just, you know, just flaunting and, you know, just doing the whole showboating thing. That's I can't get with that unless you're winning rounds and you're looking impressive. Hey, I can't give it to you, man. But let me know, guys, what y'all think AB needs to do from here. Hang it up. Do you think he can still compete at 140? Looks like he's having trouble. Do you think he needs to be at 147? Let me know, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.